One of Canva's new feature that they just dropped at the end of October was something called copy art style. So let's start with a Thanksgiving Day flyer. All right. So copy art style, what it will do is take the style of one image and apply it to another. All right. So let's say I want a watercolor pumpkin pie. All right, so here's one right here. I'm just going to plop it in my picture so we can start to see what this is. This is a watercolor picture, and here's a pumpkin pie. I want to change all of my images to give it a watercolor feel. So what I want to do is I'm going to make a copy of this so we can compare the difference. So that is the original. I want it to look like this watercolor feel. So when I click on this, you'll see over here with this magic little symbol and the paint roller. When you click on it, you have two choices. Copy basic style, and I'll show you that at the end. But this new one is copy art style. So I click it, it copies the art style. So I'll go to this pie. And what it's doing now, it should give me the watercolor feel of this slice of pumpkin pie. And then we'll compare the original to the new one that should match the pumpkin pie style. We'll also try the turkey and maybe the corn. Okay, so it made the pie lighter. I don't know so much if I like that. If we make it bigger, it does have the pumpkin pie feel. Let's see what happens when we try to change the colors. Because if you notice, this is the new one with the watercolor, and this is the old one. Those two main colors didn't change. So let's see if we can make this more orangey. I don't know if that's a word. That made it lighter. So we want to go back. Maybe make it more red. So we probably have to play around with the colors. Maybe it's dark color. No. So let's go back. So it gave you the pumpkin pie feel. Didn't keep the colors. Let's see what happens with the turkey. I'll go back to the style I want to copy. Oh no. Let's let's make a copy of the turkey first so that we can see it. Go to our pie, click copy art style, and we'll let the turkey do its magic. So while that's happening, I put my pie over here. I'll get rid of my bowl so I can start creating my flyer with my watercolor styles. I'll get rid of this one and we'll keep this pie. That yellowish and red is still kind of a Thanksgiving feel. And this one turned out really nice. It has that watercolor feel just like the pumpkin pie. So I guess it depends on its original color. So let's get rid of that. Let's see if we can do this with the pumpkins. Click your original image that you want to copy. Click on your paint roller, click art style, and let's click this pumpkin. And let's see what we get. I didn't duplicate that because these three look to be the same. It's just that this one is bigger. And then next, I'll show you what the basic copy style is if you haven't used that. So while we're waiting, I'm going to change all of this to white. All right, so let's see. Let's make this pumpkin a little bigger. It does. I can see the difference. This has a watercolor feel compared to the one next to it. So that is copy art style. When would you use this? If you've designing a flyer, a poster, an invitation, an image, and you find images that you like, but some might be digital illustrations and some might be other types of art styles. You can find the art style that you like, go to copy the little paintbrush, copy art style, and it'll apply that art style to that image. May not come out exactly like you want, like it lightened this pie, but it did really well with the pumpkin and it did really well with the turkey. Now, the other art style, the other copy's basic style is the one that we've had before. So we have this type of font and this color for this for these words, Thanksgiving feast. But I also want that same font and that same color for this down here. So what I'll do is I'll change this. Let's make sure we got it. I'll copy this style and then I'll come down here and I'll hit my brush. No. Let's go back. Fudge. So it copied backwards. It took this style and it copied it here. That's not what I wanted. So let's go back. I want to take this style and copy it down here. So we want to click here, style copy, and then I want to apply it here. So that's what we did. It didn't pick it up the first time. And then it's the same size font and it's the same color. So this was the new Canva feature, copy art style, and it's right here with the paintbrush. You need to have an image selected. And the other one was the copy basic style. So this is Janice from A Crafty Touch. Have a crafty day.